Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. And we're going to be talking about Laken Riley, the poor woman that was murdered because our country, the Biden administration, and Athens mayor decided to let illegals go free, and this resulted in her death. And I want the ability to prevent this from happening ever again, because obviously we have people that do not care about the American citizens, and they'll double down on the ability of the American citizens, and even on the illegals being A-OK. And then we would also have the AP, Associated Press, defending the illegal immigrants, and it's just because of athletes and stuff like that. No, she was not an athlete. So we're going to go over a few things here, because this whole thing has got me extremely angry, and we have Democrats and Democrat voters has blood on their hands. They allowed this young girl to be killed. They have blood on their hands. So every single person that has voted Democrat has blood on their hands. They have killed at least one person that we know of. So, how does it feel, Democrats, to have blood on your hands when you voted for this and this allowed this stuff to happen? You wanted open borders? Well, now you had an open border. And now a young lady is dead because of your actions, because of your votes, because you people are really honestly getting quite stupid. Now, am I saying that Republicans are great? No, Republicans are fools. I hate Republicans, and the fact that there's only a select handful of Republicans that are even remotely decent. But you guys have really dropped the ball here. So we're going with this. Laken Riley murder suspected Jose Ibarra was free because the system is broken. Now we're going to go over a few things here because you guys kind of need to see what's going on. Laken Riley is dead because America failed to protect her. For every crime her suspected killer committed, he was let free. Every chance to prevent the tragedy that unfolded was squandered. Police say the killings of Augusta University College nursing student was a crime of opportunity, but it was an opportunity provided again and again by a careless Biden administration and the justice system gone mad. This is the only benefit, as messed up as it sounds, guys, and as horrible as it is, this is the only way to where we're going to have the border actually truly shut down. And that's a tragedy. Like I said, people have to have tragedy hit them, and you have to face reality for them to actually commit action. And this has made action, and this will also have, since Trump is wanting to close the border, this is a good way to get Trump into office and be able to close the border and prevent less deaths and prevent less child sex trafficking, because we need to stop that as well. The suspect, Jose Ibarra, illegally crossed the border into El Paso in December 2022. Yes, illegally. Despite the activists, what activists claim, he was not an asylum seeker. No, he definitely was not an asylum seeker. He was nowhere near an asylum seeker. Stop lying, you pieces of garbage. That's a destination for someone who is fleeing religious or political persecution, lies, and slander. Ibarra, along with his wife and 5-year-old child, was looking for better economic opportunities than they could find in Venezuela. Which, fine, that's what immigrants have sought in America for hundreds of years. But there's a catch, ladies and gentlemen. There's a catch. We're going to go over to this, exactly, because this is where Ibarra, by the way, was arrested and released very quickly before the police could even do anything, or the ICE could do anything, and because of the Athens legal system of catch and release of illegal immigrants. We're going to go over that too, but take a look at this, because it's actually astounding on how our government, and how the Democrats have let this girl be killed.
Immigration hearing, Jose was arrested for riding a moped with their 5-year-old son while doing food deliveries. Neither were wearing a helmet. At that point, ICE could have taken Jose into custody, but it says he was released before that could happen. The DA's office in Queens has refused to answer our questions, even denying the case exists. After his release, Jose headed to Athens, where his brother was now living. He was only here for about a month when they were both accused of shoplifting from Walmart. According to the police report, the two allegedly stole food and clothes. They were given a citation and let go. A spokesperson with the Athens Clark County Police told me immigration status is handled during the booking process at the jail. And since they weren't arrested, that check wasn't done. But Jose's brother had been arrested the month before on a DUI charge.
When someone is in an agency or in a detention facility that communicates with ICE, ICE will go pick them up. They usually have about 48 to 72 hours to do so.
The Department of Justice says it didn't know about the DUI arrest until last week, after Laken Riley was killed.
So, not only was this guy known for theft and stuff like that, he was also released early. ICE was not even able to respond in time to be to arrest this guy and stop this from happening. Even so, the Queens mayor was refusing to do bloody anything and trying to pretend the actual case did not exist. We have people 2 times over to where they allowed this man to keep on going free and doing stuff in this country illegally and not allowing ICE to do their job. So, atheists, I really want to know, what is the case when he's searching for freedom? He wanted to be free or whatever your stupid motives are. No, that's not what's the case. He was doing things illegally. He was shoplifting, and now he killed a young girl. So I don't know about you, but you atheists seem to be a little bit activists seem to be a bit stupid. You're lying and trying to cover up for a person that you shouldn't be covering up for at all. And we're going to go over to this as well, because we have a bit of a interesting take here from AP News, or Associated Press, because Associated Press thought it was a good idea to report on Riley's murder, and it says dangers of women jogging alone when it's just insanity to me on what's going on. It angers me. So we have this from Fox News, which I haven't done anything report from them for a very long time, but it says, AP report on Laken Riley murder amidst the special immigration status focuses on dangers of women jogging alone. Says conservatives called out the Associated Press on Sunday for appearing to categorize Laken Riley's murder as more about the fears of a solo of female athletes than illegal immigration and weak crime laws. So we're going to go exactly to that. Associated Press. The killing of a nursing student out for a run highlights the fears of solo female athletes. Yes. So instead of saying illegal immigrants and how they're killing people and all that stuff and dumbing down the death of this young woman, they're saying it's the killing of this nursing student is a highlight of fears of solo female athletes. No, she was not an athlete. She was a nursing student. That's the case. That's the reality. Stop lying, Associated Press. Stop defending illegal immigrants, you monsters. The fact you're trying to downplay on a young innocent woman's life because of their illegal immigrant and they don't fit the narrative is disgusting of you. This is the far left, by the way. This is how they operate, ladies and gentlemen. They do not care about the lives of the American citizens. They care more about illegal immigrants than they care about you. That's just the reality. You don't like it? Well, here's the facts for you. Now, we have this as well from Kelly Girtz. That is saying citizens of Athens, Clark County did not hold back this morning when Mayor Kelly Girtz doubled down on his claim that Athens is not a sanctuary city. Well, they're right. Athens does not have sanctuary policies, and the receipts are everywhere a thread. So we're going to go over this thread briefly, but I also want to know and show you guys exactly as well that what this man is saying. So take a look.
Expectation of human dignity. While 2019 was not that long ago, you might remember the dynamic we were living in the late teens in this country, where you had the President of the United States speaking in the most vile terms about people who were foreign born. And you had that notion metastasizing in places like Charlottesville.
This is an invasion! When I was younger, I was a criminal. And you know what I thought about doing? Crossing the border to Mexico to get away from my crimes.
Son, I'm going to ask you to leave.
Jesus Christ, he saved.
So yes, this man is blaming Donald Trump over the Charlottesville and all that other stuff and Orange Man bad, and he was the reason why this is like, the whole, illegal immigrant thing is going on. Yeah, really good of you. Good job. But here's another thing this guy is a champion about. He's a master class at. He's saying that Georgia was never a sanctuary city. Well, I hate to break it to you, bud, but you're quite wrong about that. Let's hear him talk about how St. George is not a sanctuary city and how he was allowed this to happen.
Aspects that are ascribed to sanctuary cities
We know what sanctuary
are
city
things
means.
that are disallowed by Georgia law.
Sanctuary policy, which is what we do.
And we contribute a document every year to the Georgia Department of Audits indicating that we do not correspond to these definitions under state law.
Yes, you do.
And no policies have been adopted
Please
by the
stop
Mayor and
lying.
Commission
You're
that have
insulting
created
our
sanctuary
intelligence.
city status in
Sir.
Athens.
Now, always you can see the people are angry, specifically the one guy there that's quite angry with them. And of course, you should be, as every American should be, because this young woman's life was cut short because the lack of an ability of this person that allowed this man to roam free. And let's put this into another perspective too, that I did not say before. This is all due to soft on crime laws, by the way, because if we were harder on crime, this woman would also be alive. So, thanks to you Democrats and you far leftists and activists, you have gone out and done soft on crime, and this woman and this guy was released early, so that way he can go do more crimes and go kill a woman. Great. I'm probably going to assume that other atrocities happened to this woman after this, but you probably could judge what I am assuming what happened to her as well, besides just the beating. But there is also another thing as well that you guys have allowed this to happen. She's dead because of this. Now, we're going to go here and show the actual insanity of it all. See, he says here, citizens of Athens Clark did not hold back this morning when Mayor Kelly Girtz doubled on his claim that Athens is not a sanctuary city. They're right. Athens does have sanctuary policies, and the receipts are everywhere. Thread. And it goes on to say, in 2019, the Athens city passed a resolution to foster a community where individual families of all statuses feel safe so that all people, including those without documentation, feel welcome and comfortable. And I'm going to show you this actual video here of them saying just that.
Clark County Unified Government is welcoming to people from all lands and backgrounds and strives to foster a community where individuals and families of all statuses feel safe, are able to prosper, and can breathe free.
So, this is from Mayor Girtz himself saying this. He actually said it. You didn't have to show anything. I showed you the video. I showed you the clip. He actually said this on live video. And we have this here from Kelly Girtz again. It says, Athens had a policy of compliance with ICE that changed after backlash from activists and pressure from Mayor Girtz and new district attorney Deborah Gonzalez. Every immigrant is a friend, Gonzalez said that at 2018 border rally. Then we have more that says, Athens Sheriff John Williams' campaign on refusing to cooperate with ICE detainers, we will contribute to that culture of fear. He promised in 2020. And then upon taking office in 2021, DA Gonzalez said her charging decisions would take into account collateral consequences to undocumented immigrants. No surprise from someone who wants to abolish ICE. While it's the federal government's job to secure our borders, state law enforcement must hold local officials accountable when they violate the law. Our cities can't be safe havens for violent illegal aliens at the expense of law-abiding citizens. Like Biden and Harris, many of these officials will be on the ballot in November. And like our incumbent federal officials, voters must vote them out. Exactly. And we have more on this as well, where some things are actually a plus here. And we actually have a plus. And it says, we have Georgia State House passes bill allowing police to arrest anyone suspected of being in the country illegally. So this is from the Hill. They have completely changed their tune. And they are actually, this happened immediately almost. And now they're going to arrest anybody that's suspected of being illegally. This is what happens. People have to face tragedy before immense change happens. And that's just reality. That's what things happen. I am not trying to use this girl's death as a political movement because that's not what I'm trying to do. But what I am saying is that it happens to be that tragedy needs to happen for people to see the reality of things and have things change. This is what happens, and it's atrocity. I feel terrible for the family. I hate the fact that our government let this lady die because they are incompetent. They love illegals more than American citizens, and they'll continue to lie and lie and lie until people feel better. No, we will hold them accountable. We will vote these monsters out, and hopefully we can never have something like this happen again in our country. I'm sorry, the Laken Riley family. I can't believe how bad this is. This is just the reality of everything, and it's a dark and terrible idea. If you got a tragedy that happened. Now, if you guys want to go and support the family, you can go here to the GoFundMe at Laken Riley Memorial. This will be down in the description down below if you want to support them by any way that you can. So yeah, be as it will. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, 'cause it's algorithmic disease, the social media.